Move, please. Oh, hey, there's roots. There's roots. Keep in mind, if you're digging by a tree, think of the roots. Also, consider the soil condition. Can maybe get me some cooking utensils, maybe something to boil some water. Again, I want to boil water in something.
We're gonna boil snow. Snow is water.
You are correct. Let's boil snow and then, but get me fresh snow, okay? In a fresh container. I don't want no dirty yellow snow, okay? All right. What's our time yet? 4 minutes. So up to this handle right here is about 12 inches, and that's good. That's a good measurement right there. Okay, clean that one out. Clean this one out a little bit. So my spoil is right out of the picture, probably 6 inches from the hole. Clean that out. What do you got for me? You got something? I was thinking that so far all I have right now is a shovel, but say you have conditions of soil that is that crumbles or falls apart or may want to collapse in, you can try to support it maybe underneath there. I don't know. Okay. Hello. Okay. Good. What are we at? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. I got my hole. Perfect. Here, I'm gonna use this. Thank you, kiddo. Yeah. Great plan. Great plan. I'm gonna use this for it. You might not have this available, so getting a rock, putting a rock for an overhang right here, and then putting a counterweight on it. It could be, you could use your spoil or another rock to overhang the fire that comes up through here. It's just an idea. Use your muscles. Use your muscles. You do have muscles. Teamwork. Use them both. Come on. Come on, Izzy. Now roll it this way once. They're bringing a big snow thing.
Ow.
Come on. Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna use my shovel. Watch out. Clear off that. Okay. Get my hatchet. Handy dandy hatchet. So, I'm still talking to the camera kids, so I'd like to encourage wearing gloves when you're doing anything out there in your survival land, because if I was thinking about this earlier, if you hurt your hands, it puts you out of commission. Your hands are super important when it comes to survival and, you know, doing everything, because you do everything with your hands. So you can be put out of commission very quickly if you damage or hurt your hands. That's why it's important to keep and practice good gloves wearing. I know there's people, tough guys out there, think that, oh, I don't need gloves, blah, blah, blah. But the toughest guys in the world, Navy SEALs, Special Forces, look at their pictures. They're always wearing gloves, people. So that's just a little tip. Yeah, it might be cold and your hands are numb. And you can't feel stuff very well. So hitting and missing this stick with the hatchet, super sharp hatchet, nick your hand, cut your finger, you know, could cause a lot of problems if you're trying to see. I missed there, but I'm really doing this delicate work on this, so it's okay. So yep, definitely make sure you're keeping your fingers and toes and your nose out of the way of the hatchet. Yeah, I said fingers, toes, and nose. Anyway. And light one of these matches, okay? Here, actually, come here, right here, so we can see.
I don't want to burn my gloves.
You're not gonna burn your gloves. Here, just get that going and set this piece of paper on fire. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, come on. There. Good. Good. Not yet. Oh, keep going. Oh, no. Get me some more. Throw that down in there in the hole. Okay.
That smells good.
Yes, it does smell good. Here you go. Try it again. The only time it's okay for kids to play with matches is when you're starting a survival fire. Hello. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. All right. It's time to bust out the fire starter 5000. Right here. Okay, something's wrong here. I gotta start over. It's okay. This is where put your glove back on. So maybe it pays to kind of slow down, definitely get something dry. That is something I learned just now, that you want to get something dry wood. Whatever I had before this stuff, maybe it's going to take a minute or a hotter fire to get this burning, but that did not burn and catch very well, even at this size. So there you have it, folks. I'll come back when I get this water boiling and the pot clean, and I'll show you. I needed something dry and in a hurry, because I wanted to make this video kind of a do it as fast as you can kind of thing. So all right, started to go out a second there. I need to add a little bit more fuel to the fire. I guess definitely paying attention, that's a good key. So if you're gonna have a person specifically designated for building this or tending this, that might be helpful. Everybody in a group should know how to make one and tend a fire. Fire tending in a group is, I would say, in the top 10 things that a group, each member should know and do, or rotate responsibilities. So because the fire is essential, and each person with that skill set it's gonna be definitely a huge asset. The more people who know how to do that, the better. The wind is blowing this direction, so maybe that's something too to keep in mind as you choose your fire position or place to burn, is wind direction. Because in a grid down situation, you go to start cooking food, anything downwind is gonna smell the food and want the food. Something to consider is that someone who hasn't eaten for a couple of days is going to be able to smell food cooking for miles, I would imagine. Maybe miles. Or at least a fire, and where there's fire, there's people. So you just keep that in consideration if you're trying to keep a low profile, and keep it on the move. After I'm done with this, I'm going to show how fast you can cover this up and make it look like I wasn't here. So the instructions I saw showed a stick coming up at an angle that was weighted down at this end, and the fish and the meat was draped over top of the stick that came down here, which is a good way to cook or hang the meat over top of it and cook it that way. Just think outside the box, adapt and overcome. Well, I'm gonna put these in here, get rid of those. I don't want that black smoke anymore. wonder if you could turn that into a forge. An earthen forge. Yes! Earth forge. Earth fire. Okay. Trivia question for you. Who can tell me how deep you have to bury your coals before you put your bed on top of it and it keeps you warm in the night? Answer that question. All right. I'm gonna dump this. Yucky. I'm gonna get some clean snow. Now let's assume you had a clean container to boil your water in or snow, and this wouldn't take nearly as long. I think what I could do while I'm sitting here is actually start putting snow in a berm around this area where I might want to sleep. It's taking a little while, but I think if I had had a clean pot and dry wood, probably would have been a little faster, but either way, I would have got a fire going, even if it took 15-16 minutes, an hour. I would eventually have water to drink, and food to eat. So that's the main takeaway from this whole experiment. Man. Can't wait to have some of this hot water. I don't think any of our dishes were done last time we went camping. I mean, that's hot, but I want it to boil. I want it boiled. Rapid boil. And oh man, come on. I think I'm gonna build my snow shelter another time. Now, if this snow sticks around, maybe I'll do that in my next video. But knowing this environment that I live in, it could be gone in 16 hours from now. All this white stuff could be gone. So, food preparation and wild animals are a threat to the camp and your survival situation. Keep that in mind. Finally got water boiling here. So it turns out snow takes a long time to boil. I had this pot pretty full. It was dirty. I did the first boil to clean the pot. So that took a while, and I filled it again with clean snow, and finally, I think it's been about 45 minutes. I've got a rapid boil going here, which is what I want. I'm gonna let that go at a rapid boil for a few minutes, just to make sure all little nasties are cooked. I'll pour a little bit in here, swish it, throw it out, and then I'll pour myself a little cup. Probably could back that off a little bit. I don't think there's anything that I would do differently as far as the dimensions and the size of the hole. This is pretty good. You could do anything on this fire right here. I'm even starting to thaw out. Like, the amount of heat that this is producing is very awesome. It's very sufficient and efficient. I ended up starting to use my chopping log, chipping pieces off because I know it's extremely dry. In the process, I peeled a piece of the bark off that I've been using to fan the fire to give it a little extra, extra heat. Maybe I'll use a smaller cooking surface grate next time. That way I can put sticks, longer sticks down inside here instead of in through the air gap. That way I found that it's a lot easier to have them sticking straight up and down instead of laying at an angle. Excuse me, my eyes are watering. I'm gonna go ahead and have some. I think it looks pretty good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching me struggle and watching my eyes water. Man, let's try it. That's pretty good. All right, thanks for watching.